Kothari Commission 1964-66. Indian Education Commission 1964-66. Kothari Commission. Indian Education Commission 1964-66, popularly known as Kothari Commission, was the third education commission constituted in the independent India. The commission was set up on 40th July 1964 under the chairmanship of Dr. K.S. Kothari, the then chairman of University Grant Commission, with J.P. Naik as its secretary. The purpose of the commission was to advise the government on national pattern of education and on the general principles and policies for the development of education at all stages and in all aspects. The commission studied the problems of Indian education in detail and at length and substituted its valuable report on 29th June 1966. The report of the commission opens with the sentence, "The destiny of India is now being shaped in her classroom." The destiny of India is now being shaped in her classroom. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാവി ക്ലാസ് മുറികളിലാണ് നിശ്ചയിക്കുന്നത്. The following are the important recommendations of the commission. Number 1, national objectives of education. National objectives, ദേശീയ ലക്ഷ്യങ്ങൾ. Increase in productivity, strengthening of social and national integration. Strengthening of social and national integration. ദേശീയോദ്ഗ്രഥനം. Generation of national consciousness, acceleration of the process of modernization, enhancement of democracy and inculcation of social, moral and spiritual values should be the national objectives of education. Number 1, national objectives of education. Number 2, educational pattern. The commission suggested 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern of education. This includes 10 years general school education, 2 years higher secondary education or occasional education, and 3 years degree education. The 10-year general school education should include 4 years lower primary, 3 years higher upper primary, and 3 years lower secondary school. 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern. Next, curriculum. Common curriculum of general education should be provided for the 10 years in non-occasional schools. 10 years non-occasional schools. Specialization and diversification should be at the higher secondary level. Specialization and diversification should be at higher secondary level. Courses should be diversified at the higher secondary stage. അപ്പോൾ 10 years non-occasional schooling കൊടുക്കണം. അതിനുശേഷം diversification. Next, common school system. The education system should be open to all, irrespective of caste, creed, community, class, religion and social status. Common school will be a powerful step towards equalization of educational opportunity. Common school will be a powerful step towards equalization of educational opportunity. Medium of instruction. Regional languages should be the medium of instruction at all stages of secondary education. Regional languages. Revised 3-language formula. At lower primary stage, only the regional language. Lower primary mother tongue മാത്രമാണ് education കൊടുക്കാവൂ. Mother tongue should be studied compulsorily. At the upper primary stage, study of regional and Hindi should be made compulsory. At the lower secondary stage, in addition to the above two languages, study of modern Indian or European language should be made obligatory. ഇപ്പോൾ ലോവർ പ്രൈമറി സ്റ്റേജിൽ റീജിയണൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മദർ ടങ് ഷുഡ് ബി സ്റ്റഡീഡ് കമ്പൽസറിലി. അറ്റ് ദി അപ്പർ പ്രൈമറി സ്റ്റേജ്, സ്റ്റഡി ഓഫ് റീജിയണൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ് ആൻഡ് ഹിന്ദി should be made compulsory. English in Hindi areas. At the lower secondary stage, in addition to the above two language, study of modern Indian or European language should be made obligatory. Science and mathematics education. Learning of science and mathematics should be made compulsory during the first 10 years of schooling. There should be well-equipped science laboratories in school to promote science education. Next, social service. Programs of social service and participation in community development should be made an integral part of education at all levels. Social service. Programs of social service and participation in community development should be made an integral part of education. Next, guidance and counseling. Guidance and counseling should be made an integral part of education, helping students to make decisions and adjustment. Functioning of guidance bureau and service of trained counselor should be made available in all schools. Vocationalization of education. Secondary education should be vocationalized in a large measure, and enrollment in the occasional courses should be raised to 20% of total enrollment at lower secondary stage and 50% of total enrollment at higher secondary stage. Vocationalization of education. Work experience. Industrial training should be expanded and work experience should be provided at all level of education. At all level of education. Evaluation. Evaluation should be continuous process and should be closely related to educational objectives. Internal assessment by schools should be comprehensive and all aspects of the students should be evaluated. All aspects of students should be evaluated. Evaluation should be continuous process, closely related to education objectives, and internal assessment take into account all aspects of the students. Backward children. The backward children and underachievers should be identified and remedial programs should be organized for them. Adult education. Facilities should be provided in the form of part-time education, correspondence course, extension education, etc. for the adult to continue their education. The Indian Education Service. An All India Education Service should be started to make educational administration and supervision more efficient. The Indian Education Service. Status of teachers. Intensive and continuous effort should be taken to raise the economic, social and professional status of teachers and to attract talented young person to the profession. Education for the handicapped. By 1986, education for 15% of the physically handicapped, 5% of the mentally handicapped and 10% of totally handicapped should be provided. Evaluation of Indian Education Commission. The Kothari Commission report was very comprehensive, touching almost all aspects of education and suggesting positive steps for educational improvement. It was on the basis of this report that the new education policy was declared in 1968. It was on the basis of this report the new educational policy was declared in 1968. A critical analysis of this report can be done by examining its merits and demerits. The report redefines education, restates its aims and objectives, and it focuses our attention on the social and national aspects of its function. It presented a comprehensive study of the educational problems in the context of national needs and aspirations. It presented a comprehensive study of the educational problems. Vocationalization of education and work experience in all education activities are rightly stressed. Vocationalization of education and work experience. The Commission's recommendations with regard to emotional integration and international understanding are praiseworthy. The Commission's recommendation with regard to emotional integration and international understanding. The recommendation for abolishing of fee in the interest of poor students in the school resulted in a hike in the school enrollment. The emphasis on the teaching of science in the curriculum rightly laid on the development of science. The emphasis on the teaching of science in the curriculum. The recommendations for providing work experience as an integral part of education is likely to encourage the new generation to participate in productive activities and earn while they learn. The recommendation for providing work experience. Demerits. The Commission points out the education goals but does not adequately tell us how to reach them. The Commission's recommendation on medium of education and language formula were not only conflicting but also controversial. The Commission report kept silent about the position of the head of the schools. The report does not provide adequate guidance for the actual steps that might be taken to make the transition of existing schools to the new type as envisaged by the Commission. The report does not provide adequate guidance in the actual step. The Commission solicited a huge investment in the field of education, which was not economically and socially feasible for a nation where majority were below the poverty line.